I don't have 1,000 raving fans of people that dedicated to me in the terms of they're going to learn and dedicate themselves versus 50,000 people that are just there to follow me because they like my lifestyle.
When I turn up, you know I'm on my, yes I'm on my, yes I'm on my,
Hey guys, welcome back. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video and you're coming and you've seen this on my channel, you gotta go to Patrick's channel to watch part 1. What we talked about there was how to literally use digital marketing to build yourself a income source to start trading in the Forex world, because you've done a very, very good job of building yourself marketing and in Forex, and how I leverage marketing and build my company to leverage Forex as well. However, for this video, what we're going to be talking about is personal branding. How personal branding can help you not only build yourself a name in your business, build yourself a name in the marketing world, build yourself Forex, doesn't matter. Personal brands overall, using your skill set, using what you're good at, whether you're good at cutting on, chopping carrots at a really fast speed, I don't really know, or shooting video. Like, you can build a personal brand around anything today if you've done right. So first of all, Patrick, why don't you introduce yourself to my channel, and then we'll kind of go down that road.
Awesome, sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Patrick. I met Ron around exactly a year ago on Instagram. Saw his personal brand. He was around, I think, 5,000 followers at that time. Yeah. I was around maybe 1,000 or 2, not sure. But yeah, I met him on Instagram. We just kind of connected, started talking, and now we're sitting here shooting these videos for you guys. Me personally, I started off building my YouTube channel, just giving people tips on Photoshop, Adobe After Effects, on coding, different things. So I was more focused on design and programming, coding, things like that. But then I started shifting into more marketing, because I've built these websites, or I've helped people build their brand through design and websites. But then that wasn't enough, so we went into helping people drive traffic to your sites. So now I'm more into the marketing world, and with marketing I started building my Forex account. So I got into Forex trading. I traded for around 2 years, and then I got into actually helping other people trading, because I've received a ton of messages asking how I trade, how I do this and that. So I saw the interest, and then I started going into that niche as well. And yeah, so myself, marketer, educator, and Forex trader.
Awesome. So now when it comes to personal branding, because you've done it in a very different way, and I've done it in a very different way, because personal branding, to a lot of people, think that they need to have this massive following online. Yeah. Honestly, you don't have to have a massive following online. Like, yes, it's funny because you met me a year ago through Instagram. I had 5,000 followers. Today I'm at like 50. Yeah. And just because I've committed to building a personal brand. But the one thing that I've realized is throughout that journey in the last year is I've seen people that have had YouTube accounts as low as like 1,000 subscribers have a massive reach on people. Yeah. And Instagram accounts as small as like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 followers have a massive reach on people. And the biggest thing that comes down to be is, you don't have to be someone that's the next social media star. What I'm trying to say is I don't have 1,000 raving fans of people that dedicated to me in the terms of they're going to learn and dedicate themselves versus 50,000 people that are just there to follow me because they like my lifestyle. Okay, I trade that in a heartbeat. The reason being because you can monetize 1,000 raving fans and build a solid business and a culture and a community around it than you can over the 50,000 people that just follow you for your lifestyle. Which you've done a pretty good job, because in 4 months you've launched a personal brand / Forex trading webinar system thing that you're doing, and you've already sold like just from your personal brand, no cold traffic, no nothing.
Yeah, just social media, Instagram. Basically what I do, I post my trades on my Instagram profile, and then people can leave their questions in the comments, and I'll go and answer them. So I give people value on my page by sharing my trades and giving them tips on what they can do in the trading. And then from there, they just see my profile, and then they go to the site to fill out the application. So over in just 4 months, we've built a group of 30 people. And for me, it's not about the quantity, like Goran said, it's more about the quality. So we don't take on just every student. We focus more on building the right community and the right people, and then scaling from there.
Which is amazing, because even 30 people at whatever, a few $100 a month, you've probably easily already done like over 10 grand this year. just doing that, right? Like $10,000 passively from a personal brand, okay? What could $10,000 additional in your entire year do? You know, most people want to aim for that extra $10,000 a month income, but it's just like, why not stepstone your way to doing that? Now, the big thing that I see across the internet right now, and I'm fortunate enough to be, you know, partnering and working with some pretty damn big personal brands. However, it's causing this big rift, and we had a conversation just when you got here about, you know, even in the Forex world and in the marketing world, where it's like everybody today can go on Instagram and put on their Instagram account Forex trader or digital marketer. Yeah. But what have you actually done in that niche? Have you actually gone out and provided value? Have you actually gone out and proven to yourself or proven to others that, you know, you can have trades that are actually epic wins? You can actually go out and take clients from that are turning around failing businesses and turn them into $1.3 million in 90 days, like we've done. You know, you have to have that value, number one, so you got to learn how to do that. Number two, start posting value, start giving value, start doing videos, Instagram, YouTube. You know, the big niche that most people don't understand right now, and you'll start to see a lot more YouTube channels coming out in the business world over the next 12 to 18 months. And the reason why I say that is I've studied YouTube in a way where I look at it from a different perspective. So when YouTube got big, what were the first channels that got big? All the prank ones, all the the teeny bopper channels, all of them got massive. Then the next phase of YouTube was what? The fitness. Fitness got absolutely huge because, you know, those kids that were like 12, 13 now are going into like 15, 17, 18, graduating, going to college, they want to look good, all that good stuff. Now they're all in college trying to figure out their lives and like, oh my God, I don't really enjoy what I want to do. Where do I go? You're going to start seeing people trying to build personal brands and teach people how to make money online, which is a huge niche because we are living in a digital information society. However, you can do that, but you have to do it in an ethical way. Now let's transition back to personal brands in the realm of, let's just say, you know, if Patrick has just gotten started, I'm going to use him as an example. If I were to use Patrick as a perfect example, in 4 months you've done this, you've built this 30 person community. Now, if I were to reverse engineer what you've done, how I would do it all over again, is literally start doing as much value as you can. If this is you, because Patrick comes with a bunch of experience, but I'm going to use him. If you've got no experience, bring on 2 to 3 people, give them a ton of value, get results right off the bat. Okay, the number one thing is results. If you can prove results right off the bat, you're going to see your entire personal brand blow up. Why? Because now you've got raving fans who are going to go and share what you've helped them do on their accounts. I'm sure that happens to you all the time. I'm sure you've had people come to you from that you didn't even have reach to just by somebody else knowing you, right? That's part one. Part two, once you start having that, then you can start promoting it. You know, a lot of times people will start just promoting things at like $1,000 a month or $1,000 one time or whatever. Do it cheaper, okay? Do it. I don't say do it cheaper for a long period of time, but I say do it cheaper for at least 90 days. So what I mean, like if your end goal is to charge $1,000 for your personal brand course and teaching people how to trade FX, or people teaching people how to run a social media marketing company, or cut carrots at the speed of light, or whatever the fuck you want to do, you know, is do it cheaper. Like, so rather than charging $997, do it for $97 for the first 90 days, or $297 or $197 for the first 90 days. Build a community. Let that community become your sales force, and then turn it around and let everybody know that this price point is only going to stay for 90 days. Stick to your word, number one. I see YouTubers right now, like massive YouTube channels right now, try to do that after about a year of having their YouTube channel out there, have a course around $497 or so, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna change it, we're gonna change it, we're gonna change it. Never changed it. Then when they changed it, nobody believed them because it's like crying wolf, and they had 0 sales at $997. And these are massive accounts that I've seen. Okay, so it's like commit to it for 90 days. Say for the next 90 days, as many people as you guys can bring. It's going to be 97 or 197, and then on that 90th day, take it off the market. Focus over the next 30 to 45 days, building that community, making it stronger, and then turning around and re-releasing it about 30, 45 days later to 997 or 497, whatever high price point you want to do. And then from there, like literally the sky is your limit, right? You can do events, you can run small masterminds, charge $5 grand for a mastermind, $2 grand for a mastermind. You can do, you know, I've done a lot of events in the last year where I've spoken on different stages. Like going into 2018, you're going to start seeing a lot of videos of me, and you know, I'm going to bring people like Patrick when we do our event in Vancouver again in June. Hopefully, it can come out. But we're going to have different personal brands and teaching people how to do it in different realms. Now, where do you see yourself, Patrick, with your personal brand? We're in November of 2017. Where do you see yourself in the next year, and what are your steps that you plan to achieve? Obviously, things are going to change. things change all the time. Like when I started Instagram last year, it was so easy to get going, and then it came like March or April of this year, and I just saw a massive halt because Instagram's algorithm completely changed. And then I had to double down, figure out my strategy, and then re-go, and then literally push even harder. But let's say a year from today, what is your goal, and how are you going to build your personal brand to a whole other level?
Okay, yeah. So now that I've built a lot of experience in actually doing the work, helping people grow the business or the brand, building websites, building marketing strategies. Now I want to help other people get there too. So finding people like yourself who want to get there or do the things that I do, and then getting you to the same point. So that's what where I see myself in the long term. Similar to what I do in Forex now, I want to do in the marketing. Helping people go from doing the work to actually owning a business and doing consulting, or helping other people grow the business or teaching them. So that's where I see myself, more in the consulting business on how to actually get started in the marketing world. So just like you and Rohan, yeah. What about yourself?
Yeah, for me, the biggest thing that I want to really do is focus on the YouTube world of things, because like I said, in the last year, I've paid attention to the YouTube game, and it was something that I didn't want to get into just because of how cutthroat this entire business is. And the one thing that I've always prided myself around is if I'm going to get into something, I'm going to go in and disrupt it in a way where it's like I'm going to do it on a transparent basis. Like if you guys follow me on YouTube, I literally show you fucking everything in my business. Like most agency owners out there won't even show you their clients. I put my clients on video. Right? Like that's what it comes down to, because I want to build that trust with you. Now, if you're going to try to go out there and be a sleazy douchebag, you're going to do it no matter what, whether it's from here or for somebody else. But I want to be completely transparent on how to build a business. So that's my goal for 2018 is YouTube, and building and just delivering value. You know, doing probably more collabs with people like Patrick, or even doing multiple times with Patrick. If you guys have any questions, put them down below, because this guy comes with a wealth of knowledge in different industries. Even though I come from a wealth of knowledge in the marketing world, like he can answer stuff that I definitely can't answer in the organic side of things, and you know how all that whole section of things work. Done pretty well this last year with Instagram, but YouTube's going to be my big thing. And throughout the way, what you're also going to notice on this whole personal brand is, number one thing is I'm going to document the entire process on how I've done every single thing, and I'm going to release it. So it's like maybe like every time you come to BC or whatever, or if I ever make it out to Winnipeg, what we'll do is we'll document the entire process of like how we went from where we were the last time we shot a video to the next time, and what did we do, and maybe even if you guys, I don't understand this, but YouTube loves income disclosures and showing income. But it would be, I wouldn't go fully board and opening like income disclosure, but we could even show you like, okay, at, you know, let's say we launch my events. Let's say we launch my events in January. What do we make? How much did it cost? Breaking that entire thing down, and how much can you profit from it, and how you can do it. Maybe not at the scale that we're going to do it, but at a smaller level, and just replace your income. Like that's it. I've got plenty of friends around me right now that are close to me that, you know, my goal is in 2018, once my life slowed down a little bit with the travel, is to literally help them replace their income just by their skill set and their personal brand. And that's literally what my plan is. So what we're going to do is, I know this video's been going on for a little bit because as you guys know, I love to fucking rant. Is this, we're going to end part 2 of this 3-part series. We're going to do part 3 back on Patrick's channel. And what we're going to do there is we're going to talk about, you know, so we've already talked about part 1 of the video is literally how you can use marketing to build your Forex income and build a Forex and, you know, secondary income, because Warren Buffett says you need to have 7 streams of income to survive in today's day and age, and if you don't, you're an idiot. That's my version of seeing it. Number 2 is building a personal brand. That's another way of building an income, whether it's through courses, through events, or whatever. Number 3 is if you have a traditional business and you aren't online, how to leverage today's digital platform to be online. And we're going to do that back on his channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Patrick's channel right here and in the link in the description. So we'll see you on Patrick's channel.
You know I'm on my